Jenny, 35, said that a man approached her and said hi while she was walking on the beach with her 9-year-old daughter last September. He had a mask on, so I didn't really pay much attention, she told me. He walked away and then circled back and pulled down his mask. She recognized the actor immediately. David was down-to-earth, handsome, and charming. He started asking me more personal questions about myself and ended up giving me his phone number. I was kind of in disbelief and I didn't really know what he wanted, she said. She said they began DMing after she tweeted at him later that day. He was really nice at first and he did seem interested in me as a person, she said. She said she told him about her past experience with abuse and how she had experienced PTSD. I felt that by doing that, I was letting him know that I wasn't in a position to be objectified, she said. About 2 days later, she recalled, the messages changed in tone. It was abrupt. It from talking about normal life and then started requesting very sexual, and now that I look back at it, very embarrassing things, she said. She told me he asked for nude photos and explicit videos, which she sent and basked in his attention via Snapchat, phone calls, FaceTime, and texts.
They discussed meeting again in real life, but he said he wasn't interested in a relationship. He said he'd just gotten out of one, that he couldn't be there emotionally, she told me. I was okay with that. But Jenny felt that he was sending mixed messages. He was insisting he didn't want a relationship while asking for things you would ask for in a relationship, like exclusivity, she said. She told him she wasn't dating anyone else, but he didn't offer the same on his end. He also asked her not to tell any of her friends about what they were doing. He was a really private person and he values his privacy, which I understand because he's a public figure. But it was also a level of secrecy that made me feel uncomfortable, she said. Then, she recalled, he asked for something new. He wanted to do this whole dom-sub thing, which she said he had never stated outright but implied through his actions. He told her to refer to him as sir and to answer his questions with a yes, sir. When she had an orgasm over video chat, she had to say his name and then say thank you when she was done. Later, she said, he started pestering her for increasingly explicit photos and videos. If she had raised any concerns, she said, rather than address how he was making her feel, he would say things like, you were okay with it. It really messed with my head the whole time because he kept insisting he didn't want a relationship, but he kept contacting me for months. She said she stayed in touch with him for nearly a year, assuming that the actor was seeing other women. He was a movie star, after all, but also feeling pressured into doing things she didn't want to do. Stories like Jenny's are emblematic of the messy post-#MeToo debate swirling around sex, power, and agency, especially in celebrity civilian encounters. More and more stories are popping up on social media about these interactions and the complicated feelings women have about them, particularly around expectations of honesty. And perhaps most crucially, women now feel more comfortable uniting with each other to call out the power imbalances. But not everyone agrees on the most effective way to do it or how best to untangle the thorny questions that arise.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe,